This will be just a short video, I believe, of my golden Severums and my zebra loaches and my Pakistani loaches. I'm going to put some flake food on the top of the aquarium. Some of it will drop down, but in general, what I notice and find interesting is that the favorite food for my golden Severums is flake food. You know, I often give, there's a little zebra loaches and the Pakistani loach coming out, going in a little feeding frenzy. Pretty soon the coolie loaches will sense the food in the water and they'll come out. They're going to town, and one of my Plecostomus has sensed that I fed them. There you can see one of the coolie loaches up on top of that rock that I have underneath my PVC pipe hiding area. They know that this is usually where all the food drops in. My Petricola in this tank are being a little bit shy this morning. I think this is a female Petricola right there that I raised from a baby. I just never sold it or traded it off. The golden Severums are beautiful fish, and they don't seem to be aggressive at all towards other fish. The male and female seem to be aggressive a little bit towards each other. They mostly just gently chase their tank mate around, and nobody chases the male there that's in the back. I don't know what he's doing back there, but the female here is I'd say maybe approaching maturity, even though it's only a third of its full-grown size now. I'd say that fish is probably 3 inches long, and this other female over here is also just a little bit smaller, 2 3/4 maybe. Anyway, this is just a community aquarium that I enjoy having the boaties. They recognize me. If I don't feed them and I'm just peering into the tank, they like to come out and look at me, which is a little bit unusual for some fish to do that. But these loaches here are really excellent at eradicating snail populations. I don't see hardly any snails in this aquarium. You can see one of the little coolie loaches that is coming out from around that rock there. And if you get really close to aquariums and you've got a smaller kind of aquarium, coolie loaches make a really wonderful aquarium pet, whereas golden Severums, because of their growth, they tend to get pretty large, or way too large for a 10 or even a 15-gallon aquarium. And having 3 in this size aquarium is definitely too many. Well, it's pushing the limits, they say. And but I've always kept my 50-gallon tank as large a tank as I've ever had, and most of the fish I keep, except for the pacu that my son has purchased from time to time at Walmart, tend to fit in a 50-gallon aquarium. Pacu just keep growing and growing. The last ones I had to get rid of them when they weighed. The biggest one was about 4.5 pounds, and truly was an aquarium wrecker. If he took off too quickly, he could break the glass, and I did have an aquarium leak in there, and I don't know. Pacus are not something that should be even sold in the aquarium trade as far as I'm concerned. Sort of like red-tailed catfish and different fish that just get way too big, which I own one. I have a fire eel, and they are too big for most people's home aquariums. I don't know, mine will look ridiculous when he's in a 50-gallon aquarium someday. That is, if he lives long enough.